Hi, thanks for watching. This is Jessie, and today's review of the preview is going to be on The Book of Lost Hours by Hayley Gelfuso. And big thanks to NetGalley for providing a digital review copy in exchange for an honest review. This is scheduled to come out August 26th, and it is compared to The Ministry of Time and the Midnight Library, neither one of which I've read, by the way. Um, but it was a very interesting book because on the surface, it's about a plane of existence that exists outside of living as we know it, where ghosts and memories exist. And it goes back thousands of years to where a man named Azrael has discovered that this plane of existence exists. And here's the reason that anyone else knows about this plane of existence, but there's not a lot of people who know. It used to be that monks in meditation could find their way to this um, plane of existence, and there were certain ways that you could get there without a ritual. But because other people found out about it and they wanted to be able to access this location, there was a watchmaker who created a watch to be that ritual. And so this watch, when you set it in a certain way, it took you to this other realm where these ghosts and memories existed. Now, when it was first discovered, the memories were just kind of floating around like stars. And as time went on and people wanted organization, essentially, they put the memories into books and organized them according to location and time. And of course, as soon as any kind of a government discovered this, they wanted control of it. So you'll have timekeepers from different governments going in, and they're burning memories. They're burning memories to basically eliminate what they don't want history to remember. And so they'll disappear people, they'll make whole events disappear and change what people remember. And of course, this is particularly nefarious when we're considering the Nazis and the Holocaust, which is when the story starts. Um, Elizabeth is the daughter of a watchmaker, and he had been planning to take her to America where his friend was going to give him a job. But in one night when he is aware that the Nazis are coming for him, he shoves his daughter basically through the portal into this realm, closes the door, and she has no way to escape. Now, she's stuck there. She was young. She was really young. I think she was 11, between 8 and 11, I think. I can't remember. She was really young. She ends up staying there for 10 years, and she meets the ghost of Azrael. And he keeps telling her, "You need to get out of here. You need to go live. You need to follow one of the timekeepers out and go live your life in the present. Stop going through the memories and traveling through time and learning different languages and getting history down pat. You need to go live your life." And she's like, "No," she's like, "I don't really want to go anywhere." And he tells her, "This isn't, you're not living. Like what you're doing in here isn't living. This place is for the dead. This place is for memories, and you're not a memory and you're not dead." Well, one day an American timekeeper comes in and he sees her stopping book burning by a Russian. She rushes in, she grabs the book, she puts the fire out. She's trying to save the memories, and so she's got her own book where she's collecting these memories that people have wanted to erase. And he tells her that he's essentially doing the same thing, but he needs the memories that she has, because he needs it for his government. And there's kind of a back and forth, and like they keep seeing each other. At one point, she's following him, and then at another point, he's following her, and eventually they fall in love. But when Azrael realizes what happens, he's like, you can't do this. You can't live. You can't be in here. You can't exist in here and also live, because what you're doing is for the living. Um, and then um, this American timekeeper, Ernest, he tells her that his boss has essentially told him that he needs to pull her out so that they can question her, because other timekeepers from other countries have been made aware that she lives there. Or, well, not really that she lives there, but that she's saving the memories that they're trying to burn. And so at this point, she's become like an enemy to the state, to not only the Russians, but essentially every other government in the world that has any kind of a timekeeper going in and out of here, because they want to be able to control the memories. And she considers leaving with him, but when he's sleeping and she touches his memories and realizes what's at stake for him, she pulls those memories out of him. She pulls the memories of herself out of him. And so when he goes back after waking up, he thinks he just kind of fell asleep in this time, space, place. And when he goes back and his boss questions him about pulling Elizabeth out, he's like, I don't even know who you're talking about. So she thinks that this is the way to fix things. Except she starts getting nauseous, and she realizes that she's pregnant. Well, Azrael realizes that she's pregnant. And so this is where the story kind of really gets chaotic. And so I'm trying not to give too much information away, because what happens after she realizes she's pregnant affects everything, not only about her world and this place that she's been existing in it for the last decade or so, but also all of history and potentially all of the future. Um, this is so much more than just a story about World War II. This is more than a story about um, two people falling in love and being separated. You have the story of a mother and daughter, and the lengths that she'll go to protect her. Um, I mean, as a mom, I can understand the willingness to burn the whole world down for your children. And that's taken to quite nearly a literal level in this book. But you also have um, how we put people up on a pedestal, and their ideas become our ideas, to the point where it changes the course of our lives and other lives, and it can become a movement. But the person whose ideas started this movement, they're not the same person they were when those ideas that they had were taken by others. And so, like, you see this character development in Elizabeth, where she's young, she's got this um no pun intended, this burning desire to stop memories from being burned by the different governments in the world. And then you see her also later, like much later, and how she's changed. And then you also have, of course, the relationship between Elizabeth and Ernest, and then how their lives separate, like after she makes him forget him. You also have the relationship between somebody who thinks that they're doing the right thing for their country and somebody that they're forcing to go along with them on that journey to do the alleged right thing for their country. It's a really complex book, and it's all neatly packaged in not very many pages. Oh, well, 400 pages. It didn't feel like 400 pages. Um, it was a really good book. It was phenomenal. I felt that the little bit of science that they put into that was um, believable. It wasn't like on the level of Crichton or Crouch, but it was believable. And it was really interesting. um, so just the different dynamics between the relationships between different people, even between Elizabeth and Azrael, the relationship there and how it developed from when he discovered her lost in this time space realm when she was a child to how he kind of became somewhat of a guardian and then eventually the closest friend that she ever had, and their relationship. And then the ending was brutal but necessary, and it was a satisfactory end as well. So all in all, I think the book was really well written, and it's definitely worth a read. So again, this comes out August 25th. Um, so definitely go check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe below.